Britain's opposition is calling for an early general election. The Labour Party made the call after chaos among Prime Minister Liz Truss's Conservative MPs almost derailed the parliamentary vote yesterday.
They lack the basic patriotic duty to keep the British people out of their own pathetic squabbles. And it's wrecked the finances of our country and for millions of people. This cannot continue. Britain deserves better. Britain cannot afford the chaos of the Conservatives anymore. We need a general election now.
Ms Truss is hanging on to her post by a thread as her Interior Minister, Suella Braverman, quit with a barrage of criticism. Opinion polls now show the Labour Party with a growing lead as more Conservatives believe their only hope to avoiding electoral oblivion is to replace Ms Truss. But the ruling party is divided on how to replace the Prime Minister and her potential replacement. Conservative Party rules prevent a new leader from facing a no-confidence vote in their first year. Let's get more from Ollie Barrett joining us from London. Ollie, is this the end for Ms Truss, or is there still hope she could win Tory support?
It looks very much like this is the end. She is about to give a statement on the steps outside number 10 Downing Street. The lectern has been placed there, which only takes place for significant announcements from the Prime Minister. Here she comes. We expect that Liz Truss is going to tell us that she's quitting.
By low economic growth. I was elected by the Conservative Party with a mandate to change this. We delivered on energy bills and on cutting national insurance. And we set out a vision for a low-tax, high-growth economy that would take advantage of the freedoms of Brexit. I recognise, though, given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party. This morning I met the chairman of the 1922 committee, Sir Graham Brady. We've agreed that there will be a leadership election to be completed within the next week. This will ensure that we remain on a path to deliver our fiscal plans and maintain our country's economic stability and national security. I will remain as Prime Minister until a successor has been chosen. Thank you.
All right, let's return now to Ollie Barrett, who has been listening to that speech from Liz Truss along with us. Ollie, what did you make of that? As expected, she is stepping down.
She is stepping down after just weeks in the job. Liz Truss becomes the shortest-serving Prime Minister in modern history, at least. It's embarrassing for her, but she acknowledged that she couldn't deliver the mandate on which she was elected by Conservative Party members, crucially, and telling us that she's already told the King, King Charles, that she will be resigning as the leader of the Conservative Party. That means that there will need to be a new leader, and that person will, as we've all come to get used to, become the new Prime Minister. Liz Truss saying that Graham Brady of the 1922 committee, who is the senior Conservative that she's been meeting with today, has confirmed to her that there will be a short leadership campaign now to replace her, lasting just a week. That is one of the things that many Conservative MPs were deeply worried about when it came to how Liz Truss would be replaced. What they wanted to avoid was another long-running coronation of some kind of figure that could be a divisive campaign. It could be long-running, long-winded at a time of economic crisis, at a time of war in Europe. So clearly Graham Brady was able to give Liz Truss the assurance that if she did indeed step prophesied that a leadership campaign could take place within just days. Whoever becomes leader will be the next Prime Minister, but those calls for a general election from the opposition Labour Party, from other opposition parties as well, will only now intensify. Even Liz Truss acknowledging that she didn't really have the mandate to continue governing. She, of course, didn't win a general election. It was Boris Johnson, her predecessor before her, that did. Well, whoever comes next didn't win a general election either. So, as I say, that pressure for the new Prime Minister to go to the polls at some point in the near future will intensify. One of the reasons that may not take place soon is that the Conservatives are so far behind in the polls. But an historic announcement from Liz Truss, she's going.
Indeed. And as you mentioned, a very short run up to the leadership change here. Names are going to be coming fast and hard. Any potential replacements that you see? Ollie, if you are hearing me, in terms of the names that will be put forward as replacements for Liz Truss, I think we've lost that line to Ollie, although we did get the gist of that very important announcement. Liz Truss there announcing that she is indeed stepping down as the Prime Minister of the UK.